Hello everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our chapter adverb. Now, this is part 7. What we are going to discuss in this session, we will discuss uses of some important adverbs. Now, let me take my marker. So, this is of red color. So, uses of some important adverbs. So, what we are going to discuss over here, actually we have already started discussing the meaning of adverbs and we have learned various types of adverbs, but in this session we are going to discuss uses of some important adverbs. Now there are many important adverbs and they have their different uses. Well, we use these adverbs in our daily life and in the sentences which we use in our daily life. So we are going to discuss these adverbs so that now onwards we will not make such mistakes or such silly mistakes that we usually do. Now, in this session, we are going to discuss uses of some important adverbs. After that, what are these important adverbs? Actually, these are two. So, we are going to discuss adverb to and its types, and its sentences and its usage in the sentence. Removal of to, it means where we cannot use this to. Use of very and use of much. Now you can see that too, very much, these are some common adverbs that we definitely use in our daily sentences. Now let's begin the session. So first, let me remind you the definition of adverb that we have already discussed earlier. An adverb is a part of a speech. This is a part of a speech used to describe, modify, or qualify what? Verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. So there are basically three functions of adverb. What are the three functions of adverbs? That it qualifies, first of all, a verb, as the word suggests itself, that is adverb. So a word which adds something to a verb is known as adverb. It tells us the quality of a verb. It qualifies a verb anyhow. Again, it qualifies an adjective, as I had given you some examples as well, that it can qualify an adjective as well. And the main function is that it qualifies an adverb as well. Or you can say other adverbs. So one adverb can qualify other adverb. Now, what are the examples? Well, we have already discussed much about this. Now, in this session, we are going to discuss something more about adverbs and some important adverbs. So, first, we are going to discuss uses of some important adverbs. Now, what are these adverbs? So, first of all, we are going to discuss to. TWO2, this is an adverb. Now, you must have heard another word, that is TO2. TO2 is basically a preposition, not an adverb, which indicates direction to us. Well, that we will discuss in the chapter of preposition only. In this session, we are going to discuss TWO2. This two is an adverb basically. Now, what does this to mean? So, to shows extremeness. When something is an extreme, that is to. And we know very well that extremeness of anything is not good at all. If I say something is extreme, that is not good, of course. You must have heard a Hindi proverb as well, that extremeness of anything is not good at all. So, whenever something shows extremeness of something, it can be quite unpleasant. Now, let us take some examples. Raghav's mother was too happy to see him again. Now, if I'm showing over here that Raghav's mother was too happy, now too happy means that she was very, very, very much happy, as she could not have been. It means she was very happy, she was extremely happy, and it is not suitable for her. So this sentence does not make any sense. So if I'm using to over here because I want to show some positiveness, obviously she's happy just because her son has come back. So she's very happy because her son has returned. So she is happy to a large extent. But if I say too happy, that will show the extremeness of something, and we know well that extremeness of something is not good. We have already learned this preposition, this proverb. But according to the sense of the sentence, this does not make any sense. Therefore, this word to is incorrect over here. It should be replaced with very. So the correct sentence will be Raghav's mother was very happy to see him. Now, this is absolutely correct. Now, if I say someone is too happy, that means he's going or he's being very, 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 very happy, extremely very happy, which is not required at all. Suppose if someone laughs at a joke very, very much, it means the joke was not that much good to be laughed at in such a large extent. But someone is laughing too much. That shows the psychophancy, of course. So if I say she laughed too much, or she was too happy. So that shows the extremeness of something, and that will spoil the part, that will make the sentence negative, that will make the sense of the sentence negative. If I'm over here saying too happy to see him again, that shows it was not required by her to be very, very happy. But of course, if her son has returned after a long time or from anywhere, so she must be very, very happy. But too happy will definitely spoil the sentence, will definitely make the sentence in negative sense, or will turn the sentence in negative sense. Therefore, we'll replace this to with very, and that will make the sentence positive and correct. So Raghav's mother was very happy to see him again. That will be the correct sentence. Now let us move further. Let us see some more sentences to just uh, get this cleared. The water of the Ganga. Now we know well that the Ganga is the river, and before the name of any river, we always use the, that we have already learned in determiners. Is too pure. Now again, if the water is pure, that is good, of course. If I say too pure about water, it means it is not required to be pure. It means I'm saying that if the water of the Ganga is pure, that is a mistake. No, it means the sense of the sentence is incorrect. Therefore, this use of to is incorrect over here. It should not be there. In fact, this should be replaced with very. So the correct sentence should be the water of the Ganga is very pure. Too pure is incorrect over there, just because it will make the sentence negative. If I say very pure, that will make the sentence positive. If I write too with any adjective, that will spoil the sentence, or that will make the sentence incorrect. Sapna is too beautiful. Again, if I'm praising a girl, that is, she's very, very beautiful. Of course, she's extremely beautiful. But if I say she's too beautiful, that is somehow like that she's too beautiful. It is not at all required. She should not be very, very beautiful. That will not make the sense. That is why the sentence is incorrect. With any pleasant quality, we should not write to, just because if I write to with pleasant, that will make the sentence incorrect, that will make the sense negative. It means if someone is too beautiful, that is a mistake, so that is incorrect. The sun is too hot today. Now this sentence is correct, because if I'm saying too hot, it means it should not be like that. So here this word too is absolutely correct and suitable. Just because if I'm saying the sun is too hot today, that means I'm saying that this is a mistake, because the sun should not be that much hot. It should be little, or it should be lesser hot, or it should be you can say less hot that day. Mansi is too poor in crafts. Now the sentence is again incorrect. You can see over here that hot and poor, these are unpleasant qualities. So if I say too poor, it means she's very, very, very poor. She should not be so much of poor. She should not be very, very poor, or she should not be that much of poor. So if I use this to with an unpleasant quality, that will be correct. But if I write this with a pleasant quality, that will be incorrect. Now let us move to the next one. To is also used with infinitive. Now, whenever we use to, now there are different uses of to. The first use is to show the extremeness that we have already learned. I have I hope that you understood this point, that if I write to with a pleasant quality, that is senseless. Therefore, we should replace this to with very if we want to write something positive. And if the quality is unpleasant, so we can use to over there just to show that that unpleasant thing is extreme, which is not required at all. Second, another part of to is to show to after to we have infinitive. Now what does this infinitive means? Infinitive means to plus first form of verb, or you can say verb first form. So infinitive means to, and after that we have verb first form. This is the basic form of to. Sorry, this is the basic form of infinitive. Now there is another one that is bare infinitive. In case of bare infinitive, what we do? We only use verb first form and we do not use to before it. For example, if I say let me go, so here I'm only using go, that is verb first form, and I'm not using to. Now we can also use to plus there is something, then after have we have to, and after that we have verb first form. Now now it comes to our mind that what should be there after this to. Here we should have an adjective which is somewhere related to this verb. For example, if I say if someone's legs are strong, he can run very fast. He can run very fast. So strongness of his legs show that he can run. So this is adjective and this is verb. Verb first form. Now this is the quality which enables him to run fast. Now this is it. That we know well that if someone has a strong legs, they will enable him to run fast. Well, this is the point. But if we say to plus adjective, to plus verb, now this will create the sentence negative. This is the important point of this structure, that the sentence will be negative. We are not using a negation adverb over here. We are not using not, we are not using no, but we are using to and to make the sentence negative. This is the structure that will make the sentence negative, and we are not using not in this sentence. In fact, we are just using to and to, but the sentence will be negative. How? Let us see. Suppose I say he is too weak. Now let me have this sentence, that is he is too weak to walk. So this is the sentence, to walk. Now, as I told you before, that if someone's legs are strong, they will enable him to walk faster, or they will enable him to run fast. Now, now here it is written, he is too weak to walk. Now we have various structures. Weak is adjective and walk is a verb. Now we know well that he's too weak. Too weak means extremely weak, that he cannot walk properly. So walk is a verb. His weakness is not enabling him to walk, or because he's weak, he cannot walk. So the sentence he's too weak to walk means that he's very, very weak, or he's so weak that he cannot walk. We can also rewrite the sentence like he is so weak that he cannot walk. Now I'm not using to and to, but I'm using so and that. But I'm using a verb, an adverb as well, an additional adverb, that is not. But in this sentence, I'm not using not. Then even the sentence is negative. That is, he's too weak to walk. It means that he's very weak, or he's so weak that he cannot walk. This is the meaning of the sentence. I'm just using to and to together, and that will make the sentence negative. So the sentence is absolutely correct. Now, if I see this sentence, you are too rich to buy a new car. Now, if I say you are too rich to buy a car, does this make any sense? It means if you are very rich, of course, you will buy a car. You can buy a car easily, though it is up to you whether you want to buy it or not. You can buy any car if you're very, very rich. Now, if I'm saying this sentence, that is, you are too rich, that shows that you are extremely rich. You are very, very rich. And another sentence says, to buy a new car. Now, do you know what is the meaning of the sentence? It means you are very rich that you cannot buy a car. Now, does this make any sense? No, not at all. Therefore, the sentence will be incorrect. So, to rectify this, what we can write, you are rich enough to buy a car. You are rich enough to buy a car. We can also write, you are very rich to buy a car. So now the sentence is absolutely correct. But if I say too rich to buy a car, that will be incorrect. She's too intelligent to solve the question. Again, this is incorrect, or this is senseless. Why so? If someone is very intelligent, of course, he will solve the question. But here it is saying that she's too intelligent. She's extremely intelligent. She's that much intelligent that she cannot solve the question. So that will be incorrect. This is senseless. Again, instead of this two, we should write very. She's very intelligent to solve the question. It means she's intelligent enough. She's very intelligent, so she can solve the question easily. But if I write two and two together, that will make the sentence negative. And if I apply that structure in this sentence, that will make the sentence senseless, meaningless. I hope you understood this point. Now, he is too poor to buy a car. Now, this sentence is correct. He is very poor, or he is extremely poor that he cannot buy the car. So, this is correct. Of course, if he is poor, he will not buy the car. She is too dull to solve this problem. Of course, this is correct, because she is too dull that she cannot solve this problem. She's so dull that she cannot solve the problem. Of course, just because she's too dull, she's extremely dull, she's not capable of solving that problem. That is why she's not able to solve that problem. Therefore, here 2 is absolutely correct, and 2 and 2 structure is also correct. So 2 and 2 structure, let me tell you this. If I'm using 2 and 2, that can only make the sentence negative. So we should apply those qualities that are unpleasant and that will not enable a person to do that particular work. So whatever adjective I'm using over here, it should be unpleasant to do this work or to do this action. So we are using verb over here and we are using adjective over here, and this adjective should be unpleasant for this work, or it should be like it should be in a structure, because this will make the sentence negative. Therefore it should be a structure like, whatever you have quality over here, it should not enable you. This quality whatever you write over here, this should not enable you, should not enable or enable you to do this work, whatever you write over here. So this should be the structure to use this 2 and 2 structure in a sentence, because that will make the sentence negative. Now, one more thing is there. If we want to write something positive, we can use so and that structure, and we can also use very and to structure. So if we are using very to, that is also correct. So and that is also correct. That will make the sentence positive. Now again, it is not of course sure that we are making the positive sentence only, because if we are using this structure, variant 2, that will make the sentence positive. So and that can make the sentence negative as well. But in case of so and that, we have to use the word not to make the sentence negative, and if we are not using that not, we can make the sentence positive as well. Variant 2 will make the sentence of course positive. Well, that we will read in the later slides. Now let us come to our slides again. Beena is too intelligent to be rejected by XYZ company. Now, this sentence shows that someone is taunting Beena. How? He's saying that Beena is too intelligent. She's that much intelligent that she will be rejected by XYZ company. It means she's too intelligent. Beena is too intelligent. It means her intelligence shows that particular extent that will enable her to be rejected. How? Because she's not intelligent at all. She's not that much intelligent as per the requirement of XYZ company. So she's not eligible. That is why if I'm saying too intelligent, of course, intelligence shows um, positive about someone. For example, if I say you are very intelligent, it means I'm praising you. But if I'm saying Beena is too intelligent to be rejected, it means I'm taunting Beena. I'm taunting this girl that she's too intelligent that she will be rejected. Of course, this shows because intelligent enables a person to be selected, but here it this quality is enabling her to be rejected. It means she's not intelligent either, or maybe possible she's extra intelligent for this company. So this is somewhere like a taunt for this particular girl, or you can say that this sentence shows something negative about her, that may be possible she's extra intelligent as per the requirements of XYZ company. The old farmer was too weak to work. Now, of course, too weak because his quality does not enable him to do that particular work. Therefore, this sentence is absolutely correct because he is too weak to work. He's very, very weak. He's so weak that he cannot work. So, this is the style of using two and two together to make the sentence negative. I hope you understood this point. Now, let us move further. Now, what happens? We have a structure that is 2 plus much, and we have another structure that is much and 2, much plus 2. Now, you must be familiar with this structure too much. You must have used this structure many times in your sentence. But maybe possible, it is rare for you to have been used this much to structure. But grammatically, these two structures are there. First, we have too much, and another we have much too. Whenever we use too much, it should be followed by a noun. This is very, very important. And if we are using much too, it is followed by an adjective. Now, this is very, very important from the point of view for exams. How? Because while speaking, we do not keep these things in our mind. But now onwards, you should keep these things in your mind. Because if we know the concept, we should apply them in our speaking as well to make our speaking good. Now, too much is always followed by a noun, whereas if we are writing much too or if we are speaking much too, it should be followed by an adjective only. For example, Arihant has got much too pain. Now, pain is noun. We know well that pain is an abstract noun. So, because it is a noun, we cannot use much too. It should be replaced with too much. Arihant has got too much pain. But Ravi is in much too trouble now. Now, trouble is again a noun, so we cannot write much too over here. That will be incorrect. The correct will be Ravi is too much. Ravi is in too much trouble now. Trouble is a noun, so the structure is correct. Pollution is too much painful for us. Now, painful is adjective. We know well that if we have a noun that is pain and we add full to it, it will be an adjective that is painful. For example, painful nail, or you can say painful situation. So, situation is a noun and painful is describing that particular word. So, painful is an adjective. For example, we have care. Care is noun and careful is adjective. So, what happens? Basically, whenever we have abstract noun and we add ful full to it, it will be converted into an adjective. Basically, not always, but basically. Pollution is much too painful. Now, painful is an adjective, so it is preceded by much too, not too much. So, this is very, very important. So, now onwards, keep in mind if it is a noun, you should precede it with much too. Sorry, you should precede it with too much, and if it is an adjective, you should precede it with much too. Too much noun, much too adjective. This is very, very important for all of us. Now let us move further. It is too much doubtful whether he will come or not. Now, doubtful is an adjective. Doubt is a noun, doubtful is an adjective, so too much is incorrect. It should be replaced with much too. This is very, very important again. Now, we have another part that is none to and only to. So, we have to read the uses of none to and only to. Well, only to basically means very. So, what is the meaning of none to? None to means not very, and only to means very. This is the difference. Now, we can also use these words in our phrases or in our sentences. That is, none to means not very, and to, only to means very. For example, Shiva is only too happy to see him. Now, let us replace this only to with very and none to with not very. Rajiv is only too unhappy. That is very. Now, what happens? There is one more thing about only to. What is it? Only to can be followed by a pleasant adjective as well as unpleasant adjective. So it can be followed by both unpleasant and pleasant adjectives. What? Only to. So if I say Rajiv is only too unhappy to lose the match, it means Rajiv is very unhappy to lose the match. Manoj is none too good. It means Manoj is not very good. It means he's good but not very good. Anuj is none too bad. It means he's neither bad. So not very bad. It means he's bad but not very bad. So this is how we can use none to or only to. Only to shows very and none to shows not very. Now let us discuss removal of to. Removal of to means how we can replace to without changing the meaning of the sentence. We can use another adverb. For example, as I told you that to and to can be replaced with so and that with the help of with the additional adverb that is not, that will remain the meaning of the sentence same, but that will change the structure of the sentence. Examples: Priya is very tall. This is pleasant quality. If I'm saying Priya is very tall, it means this is positive quality. If I say Priya is too tall, sentence is correct. But if I say Priya is too tall, it means that much height was not required. She's extremely tall. Now, you must have heard about many people that he's of extra height. For example, you must have seen many people in movies as well that they are extremely tall. In fact, in one of the Bollywood movies, the person you must have not seen the face of that particular person because he was extremely tall. So that is an abnormality about a person. We must have heard about many cases over there. Suppose some people are very, very short. They are too short. They are too tall. That was not required. That shows the abnormality. Or you can say that make them odd one out. So if I say Priya is too tall, it means it was not required at all. It is not good for her to be very, very tall, to be extremely tall. That is not a pleasant quality about her. So if I say Priya is very tall, that is fine. The sentence is correct. This sentence is also correct, but this shows pleasant quality. What? Very. But if I'm saying too tall, that is showing unpleasant quality. Ankita speaks very fast. That is good. That she speaks very fast. That is a pleasant quality. But if I say Ankita speaks too fast, it means she speaks too fast to be understood. It means we are not able to understand understand her, whatever she speaks. She speaks too fast. So that is an unpleasant quality of her. So this too fast shows unpleasant quality, whereas very fast shows pleasant quality. So we can use either of the words, that is very or too. But if I say very fast, that is good. But if I say too fast, that is bad. Now let us move to the next one. Removing to without changing the meaning of the sentence is called removal of to. It is done through structures as follows: subject plus verb plus to plus adjective or adverb. Now let us see. She speaks too cleverlessly. Now, here, cleverlessly, for example, if I say Rudeless manner. Of course, if I say rudeless manner, it means someone is polite. So if I add this less as a suffix to the word, it will change the word into opposite of it. Too cleverlessly, it means she speaks too finely. She speaks in a clever. She's not cleverly speaking. He works too hard. It means he works extremely hard. Sumit drives too fast. Now these are some several sentences. The children were too naughty. He was too weak. Shivani speak too wisely. Removal of two. Now if I have to remove two from here, subject plus verb plus comparative degree of adjective or adverb, then it was proper. So we can add it was or it is proper. Subject plus verb comparative degree of adjective adverb, then subject should be form. Now what we do, if we have structure that we have already learned, that is those sentences that we have already learned, that we have already read, that is, as we wrote, the children were too naughty, so this was the sentence, this is fine. But if I have to remove this two from here, what I can do, that subject plus verb plus comparative degree of adjective or adverb, then it was or proper. So I can add this structure, I can use this structure that will change the structure of the sentence, that will remove the word to, adverb to, but that will not change the meaning of the sentence. How? Let us discuss. She speaks more cleverlessly than it is proper. She speaks more cleverlessly than she should. So this is how we can remove to. We can use this structure. Subhash works harder than it is proper, or Subhash works harder than he should. So this is the style by which we can remove to without changing the meaning of the sentence. Ajay drives faster than it is proper. Ajay drives faster than he should. The children were more naughty than it was proper. The children were more naughty than they should have been. He was weaker than it was proper, or he was weaker than he should have been. Payal spoke more wisely than it was proper. Payal spoke more wisely than she should. So this is how we can change those sentences that we have already learned earlier. We can remove to, but we can make the meaning of the sentence remain same by using these structures, by removing to. But if we use these structures of the sentence, that will of course change the structure of the sentence but not the meaning of the sentence, of course. Now another one, we have subject plus verb plus to plus adjective adverb plus infinitive. Infinitive means two and two. Two plus verb first form. He's too dull to do this work. This I have already explained to you. She's too honest to cheat you. It means she's very, very honest. She's extremely honest that she will not cheat you. He's too dull to do this work. That he is very, very dull, or he's too dull, or he's so dull that he cannot do this work. He's too weak to walk. It means he's very, very walk. He is extremely very extremely very weak that he cannot walk. Shagun was too unfortunate to win the race. That she was too unfortunate. She was very unfortunate that she cannot win the race. This news is too good to be true. This news is very, very good, extremely very good that it cannot be true. Arjun labors too hard to maintain his health. That he works too hard, he labors too hard, that he is not able to maintain his health. He does not get time for his health. Subject plus verb plus so plus adjective or adverb, that subject plus can, could or can't, could not plus verb first form. It means we can use so structure to make the sentence, to change that sentence. For example, he's so dull that he cannot do this work. He's so honest that she cannot cheat you. Sorry, she's so honest that she cannot cheat you. He's so weak that he cannot walk. So I told you all these sentences earlier as well, that we can use these structures to remove that to and to, but to replace that sentence with so and that. So the meaning of the sentence will remain same, but the structure of the sentence will change. Now whenever we are using this so, we are adding another adverb that is not. Well, not is an adverb. Shagun was so unfortunate that she could not win the race. This news is so good that it cannot be true. He labors so hard that he cannot maintain his health. So, what we are doing? Um, we are either using very and to structure, to and to structure, so and that structure. Also, we are using comparative degree, proper, and should. These structures to make the sentences different, but that will not change the sentence, the meaning of the sentence at all. So let us get back to this. In some sentences, the subject of the infinitive is not clear. In such sentences, one, no one, none is used after that. Now, there are several sentences in which the subject is implied, but it is not written over there. So, we can use one, no one, none in those sentences. How? It is too polluted. Now, what? What does this it refer to? We don't know. But if we read the entire sentence carefully, this it is implied. How? It is too polluted to go out. Of course, it is too polluted. It means the day is too polluted. The area is too polluted. We should not go outside. So it is too polluted to go out. It means pollution is everywhere. We should not go out. It is so polluted that one cannot go out. So we are using to and to structure. We are using so and that structure. It is so hot that no one can or none can go out. So we can either use one cannot, or we can also use no one or none can. So no one and none will definitely make the sentence negative. That is why we are using can. And if we are using one, we are using cannot, because cannot will negate the sentence. Because whenever we use so that structure, we use additional adverb that is not, or a negation adverb over there. But none and no one are obviously negative words, are themselves negative words. Therefore, we are not using not again with them. Otherwise, that will make the sentence uh, senseless. No one cannot will be senseless, will be meaningless. It is too cold to sit in the open sky. It is so cold that one cannot sit in the open sky. We can also write the sentence like, it is so cold that no one or none can sit in the open sky. So these are the three structures. Meaning of these three sentences are same. The sentences are absolutely correct. The meanings are same, but the structures of the sentences are different. Subject plus verb plus to, adjective for plus noun plus pronoun. Now we can also use for with this to structure. How? It is too much for them. She's too weak for a player. It means she is very weak that she cannot be a player. He is too short for a soldier. He is very short that he cannot be a soldier. This hotel was too costly for us to stay. It means this hotel is very, very expensive that we cannot afford it. Now, what we can do to remove to from here? Subject plus verb plus so plus adjective plus that plus subject plus verb. So we are using so that is structure. How? It was so bad that we could not bear it. She's so weak that she cannot be a player. So we can also use to and to structure. We can use to and for structure. We can use so and that structure. Now, if I have to write the sentence into so and that, to and to structure, she's too weak to be a player. This I can write. He's so short that he cannot be a soldier. This hotel was so costly that we cannot stay. Now we'll read the use of very much. Now, how to use this very much? Now, till here we have read the use of to, but now we will discuss use of another adverbs, that is very much. But that will begin in the next session. Thanks to you.